Here's the lowdown on the 8 potential candidates for the top job in Celtic's dugout. Efrain Juarez. Juarez served as Ronnie Dyler's number 2 at 3 different clubs before breaking out on his own and instantly winning the Colombian League and Cup double with Atlético Nacional. He took the Pumas job in his native Mexico earlier this year and is a rapidly rising name in management. Nicky Hayen. The Club Brugge boss has been one of the most heavily touted without ever really taking a turn as the frontrunner. After impressive showings in Europe, including holding Barcelona to a draw in Belgium and embarrassing Rangers, he kept his cards close to his chest when asked about his future, but it wasn't a definite no. Craig Bellamy. We understand the former Hoops winger and current Wales boss was one of the early favourites for the Hoops decision makers. But the Welsh FA have been adamant his focus lies on them getting to the World Cup, and he delivered words of similar effect when asked about it ahead of their final 2 qualifiers. Robbie Keane. Footballing wise, the Ferencváros boss makes perfect sense, and everything coming out of his camp appears to indicate he's seriously interested. This may be a case of whether the Celtic board are willing to go for it rather than the other way around. Kieran McKenna. The Ipswich boss will cost something in the region of £5 million, but if Celtic are willing to pay it, it's understood the English club won't stand in the manager's way if he wants to pursue it. When originally asked about it last month, it was affirmed there's nothing to it from the 39-year-old. Ange Postecoglou. There have been indications Postecoglou doesn't quite fancy heading back to Celtic at this stage, and it would likely mean foregoing a significant chunk of his Nottingham Forest payoff. On the other hand, could he be convinced, Celtic would be mad not to have the conversation. Wilfried Nancy. The Frenchman emerged seemingly from nowhere, and it's often those that carry some weight. He's been talked up by Alistair Johnston in the past, who credited Nancy, who was his assistant to Thierry Henry when he was coming through to CF Montreal, for turning him into an attacking fullback. Kjetil Knudsen. Bodo Glimt's domestic season finishes at the end of November, but for now, Knudsen says he's focused on Bodo, who are locked in a thrilling title race with Viking as it stands. But by the end of next month, he may have won a 5th league title in 6 years, a logical time to move on to something bigger and better.